All right, hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. This is Rob here at Smirking Gun Reviews. For some reason, everything looks kind of cloudy on here, and I apologize for that. Hopefully, when I get this laptop next week, we'll be looking a lot better. So, Jessica Jones Season 3. I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming this month. Didn't know it was today. That's how excited I am about it. And I'm doing this to have a little consistency with the channel and, supporting the shows that I support. And, Daredevil and The Punisher and Iron Fist all got reviewed. And so I felt obligated to at least check out the first episode of the final season of Jessica Jones. It's called AKA Perfect Burger, Season 3, Episode 1. So let's get the full spoilers out of the way. So look, I thought Jessica Jones Season 1 was one of a perfect season of Jessica Jones. It was the high watermark already. The Purple Man story, Tennant's acting, Kristen Ritter's acting, everybody in the first season was really good. I've never cared for Trish Walker. And Hogarth, if it wasn't for Carrie-Anne Moss, I probably wouldn't care about that character either. But it was a really, really good first season. And I know it's easy to say, knowing what we know now. I mean, I almost would have said, if we only got one season of Jessica Jones, that's fine. If I knew that Season 2 was going to be like Season 2 was, I wouldn't have wanted a Season 2. And because of Season 2, I really didn't want a Season 3. Because I knew they were just going to continue the storyline that I didn't really care about, except, follow this whole Trish with powers storyline that I'm just not interested in. I'm just not. If you are, great. And I don't like to fan drop or whatever. But I read Jessica Jones, okay? I read Jessica Jones. I'm not the biggest freaking fan. These are the last 6 Brian Michael Bendis issues. I'm not the biggest Jessica Jones fan, but I know about it. I've read plenty, and I like the character, and I think Kristen Ritter is cast perfectly. All the casting across the board, except for maybe Danny Rand, not maybe, is spot on. And so I stayed through Season 2 because of Kristen Ritter and my love for the character and how she plays it. She can't help how it's written. She can't help the storylines. Maybe she can. I don't know. But Season 3, I felt like if you're going to do a Season 3 and you know that you're getting canceled, maybe they didn't, but it's the shows we're getting the axe around this time last year, I think, and the writing was on the wall. And these people know a lot more than they say. And I knew myself, and I think a lot of us did, that once the Disney deal went through, this was all going away. We were hoping beyond hope that it wouldn't, but come on. We had to come to, the realization pretty soon that if Disney was interested in it, they would have brought them over to their show or their streaming service or something like that, or just carried on their streaming service. And so, all I really wanted from Jessica Jones Season 3 was for them to say, fuck it, and do a story and give people what they wanted, basically for one last season. And I almost say that they could have done kind of the Return of Purple Man's story a little bit. Because that's what was interesting about it. To me, this storyline that they're doing right now, I could care less. And again, I came back because of Kristen Ritter. But after watching this episode, even the end, all the end made me want to do was I cheated. I looked ahead. I started reading the synopsises of all the episodes because I just didn't want to necessarily rush through this. And that's what's going to happen is eventually I'm going to watch all these. Eventually I'm going to review all these. But this is really low priority for me. And again, I'll come back and I will review it honestly and fairly and try to, go by what it is and what instead of what it isn't. But the problem is what it isn't or what it is isn't what I want. And so I don't know if anybody even wants me to see me review, where I just go, well, I didn't like that. And it's fine when you start, you go, okay, I'm going to try to push through this. I didn't like the first episode, but maybe I'll like the second, right? But how many episodes is the cutoff where you go, okay, I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. I didn't like that. This is why I didn't like this, and there's 13 episodes here. So I don't know if anybody wants to just sit through 13 episodes of me going, I didn't like that. So maybe I'll review the first 5 or 6 eventually, and then if it's just like that, I won't finish it. So how about we make that as a deal? But anyway, after all that, it's time to talk about The Perfect Burger. Okay. I like this. I like that she's in a sunny setting for the beginning. I like that the narration's back. I like that the music is back. And I thought that that's kind of, okay, let's get back to basics. Let's do that. But it just pretty quickly heads down the rabbit hole of last year. We just touch on the fact that, she's seen on social media helping somebody but hurting a bad guy, and seeing that, helping sometimes the person you think is the bad guy is really the good guy, but they're breaking the law, but for the right reasons. And so there's the moral quandary of it all. And other people are going through this too. Her old partner that's now working for Hogarth. See, I don't even know his name. That's how little I care. And I apologize for that, because if you really love this season so far, then that's great. But he's questioning what he's doing for Hogarth. She wants him to be a fixer and a PI, and he's not comfortable with that because he's a little bitch. Sorry. I don't like this character. He's just so good. I'm just so good. Jessica got me off the drugs and I'm just so good. We're going to be heroes, man. We're going to be so heroes. And that's the problem. These people, like this guy and Trish, they're just so desperate to be heroes, man, that it's annoying. It's like, holy jumping G. Willikers Batman, annoying. That kind of just, I don't know, fucking yippee dog annoying. I'm gonna be a hero, I'm gonna be a hero. And Trish is, she calls it, I'm gonna be a hero and I'm getting justice, but it's just another way for her to cope with the fact that she used to be a famous child star and she wants to be big again. And if doing the right thing helps her get that, then I guess that I'm supposed to care. But it just still, Trish, everything about her character. Rachel is, what's her name? Rachel Taylor, I think her name is. I think she's a fine actress. I mean, she's really good at the crazy eyes. But I just don't care about this character, and I want Jessica. I wish, if anything else, if they were gonna go woke, if they were gonna go full on, girl power, man, fucking just bring Carol Danvers in, man, because I mean they're buddies in the comics. But instead we get Kmart level Trish Walker, if we're gonna go full, yeah, feminine superpowers, yeah, which is fine as long as it doesn't feel forced, which this does. It's like Greg Berlanti CW level shit with an edge, Ooh, Jessica's gonna bang a guy in the office on the, But the rest of it is just, I mean, do I care about the Hogarth ALS storyline? If I cared about the overall story, her having ALS might affect the way I watch this show, but it doesn't, because I don't care. I wish that I cared about her storyline. I wish that I cared about her ALS. But it's just more of the same. And so there's going to be some guy named, let's see, I don't want to say. I spoiled it for myself, okay? Because the ending, it pissed me off, because I was like, okay, as soon as you know that it's not going to be the kid, right? She opens the door, it's not the kid, right before she gets stabbed in the side. And again, I was like, she's going to go after him and we're not going to find out who he is. And they're going to make you come back to find out who it is. And guess what? In episode 2, I bet you don't find out who it is. I bet you don't find out who it is in episode 3 either. And I bet you we have to wait 4 or 5 episodes to find out who attacked her. And even that, I think, will be a ruse to someone else. And that's a lot of episodes to watch a show slowly happen. I can't believe they went full 13 episodes on this. I thought at least they would cut it down and make the story more compact. But now we're going to have 13 episodes that are about an hour long. So think about that. Almost 13 hours of content that is going to be stretching out a thin plot about Trish being a hero and Jessica not knowing the difference between good and bad. And it's like, man, why do we always need these fucking moral compasses around? Why can't our heroes stumble and find shit on their own? At least in Daredevil, whether you like Foggy or Karen, they're just, I don't know, they're more capable characters. They're not desperate. And that's what this feels like. The whole thing with Trish and the other guy, it's all just so desperate. The desperation to do the right thing and be a hero and all that stuff. It's just, oh my God, I just want to do so good. So anyway, that's all really there is to it. You know, everybody's having an identity crisis as usual. And I don't know. So if anybody wants me to continue with this, I will. But just know it's going to be a process. I'm not binging this. I am going to maybe do 1 or 2 a week, maybe. Because we got a lot to do on the channel that we do like to do, like Handmaid's Tale and Sam Rockwell Month and The Terror and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. when that comes back. And movies. We got Spider-Man next month. So, I mean, there's a lot to do on the channel. And stuff I'm forgetting right now because there's just a lot. We're doing Last of Us walkthrough. We're doing Borderlands 2 DLC walkthroughs. So like this just kind of gets shelved really quickly. So anyway, this is more like a half review, half like how do you like? Is there even any interest in this? So if you like this review, please hit the like button, comment, share, subscribe, all that jazz. Otherwise. This is Robin Smirking Gun Review saying, man, Jessica, they're just not doing it right. They're following their formula and that's fine, but I just don't care to participate like in a binge watch of this. So have a great day and we will see you on the next video.